Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, The Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wayne. I want to welcome in new followers. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your likes, shares, comments, and gifts. I really appreciate the thanks. I'm feeling so much gratitude and appreciation for each of you. So thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy and allowing me to translate these energies for you. All right, let's get to your reading. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Takes you right to my book online page. All right, the overall energy of your reading is the Five of Swords in reverse. It looks like you're no longer interested in some type of power play, someone who has to win, someone who is really in their ego, who wants to be perceived as the victor. It feels like you've had it with trying to convince someone of something. It feels like you've been battling. It feels like someone really close to you, but the more that they need to win, it feels like they're really losing. They're losing you. So their ego, it feels like someone lost you to their own ego. It feels like you stepped into your own authority and cut this person out. And with a declaration, it feels like this is not love. I do not perceive the way you are behaving as loving. This is definitely not how I perceive love or receive love. There's a lot of heartache here. It feels like you care about this person, but they're really stuck in their head, in some story, some fantasy, some delusion. This feels like someone who's so lost in their ego and the story. Feels like they're trying to write the script, direct, cast everybody as a role. They're trying to control the environment, trying to control their image, trying to control the story. And I think you're like, this is not love. This is not loving. This is not love. This is someone stuck. They can't perceive anything outside of the reality that they've created for themselves. I don't see a tower, but it feels like very delusional. Feels like for quite a while you might have enabled this delusion. You know, gone along to get along. But it feels like to feed this person's delusion. Wow. Feels like if you feed this person, when you were giving your care and affection to this person, they took your energy and turned it against you. So your love, your care, your support goes into this person's energy and their delusions of whatever story they're creating. And it feels like they cast you as the bad guy. So here you are supporting this person, uplifting this person, giving this person your energy, and they are turning around and annihilating you, casting you as a role of a bad person, the villain in their story. And so I think there's like, all right, there's nothing, I can't work with this energy. There's no love here, and there's no love for you. I feel like you love this person, but they've gotten so far away from reality that you can't reach them. And so it feels like you had to make a head over heart decision to cut them out. The hidden blessing, interesting, is the star in reverse. This is a hopeless energy. This isn't the first time this card has shown up today. The star in reverse. There's some type of hopelessness in the collective energy. But it's coming up as the hidden blessing. Someone's hopeless. Someone who is enmeshed. It feels like they've let someone in close to them with this hopeless energy. And they're not seeing the reality of what's going on. Their beliefs have kept them very stuck and created a lot of overwhelm. And I feel what I'm tuning into is realizing that this is a hopeless situation, that you couldn't see it for a long time. You were enmeshed. You couldn't tell what energy was yours, what energy was theirs. Feels like you focused someone else in your experience. Like, I'm going to center a person, a relationship. And by centering this person, by centering someone else in your experience, it did not create the results that you were expecting. Feels like it devolved. You kept pulling away from your own alignment, your own stardom, your own light, your own healing capabilities. Feels like the person that you were uplifting and centering in your experience told you just what you needed to hear to put you in this position. You might have fought this, but it feels like eventually, slowly, it was so hopeless. There's this realization, there's nothing I can do with this energy. There's this giving up energy in the best kind of way. Giving up on someone, on a situation, on a relationship where there's nothing you can do to change this. It is not for you. I think seeing this is the hidden blessing. Feeling hopeless, feeling despair, feeling stuck, feeling overwhelmed is a blessing, because it's like it's like all the engine lights are coming up on, if you're driving your car and all of a sudden all these warning lights come up on the dash, instead of like, I don't see them, I think everything's going to be fine. So, what's wrong is that I'm seeing the warning signs. So if I could just tape over and ignore them, then it'll work. And it feels like you ignored the warning signs, you ignored the red flags, and kept believing and centering this person, trusting them instead of trusting your intuition. Feels like you were gaslit to not believe your own feelings, not believe your own perception, that this person has got the sight, this person knows what's going on. And so it's a blessing to feel hopeless. It is a blessing to feel stuck, to feel overwhelmed, because you are accurately perceiving the warning lights that are saying, this is not the place for you. Something needs to change. This is not for you. Have you been trying to numb your feelings? Have you been trying to distract yourself, not perceive, not acknowledge what's really at the root of the difficulty, being tied to an energy, a person, a situation that is not for you? And it's a blessing to feel these uncomfortable feelings so you can do something about them, so you can make different choices going forward instead of ignoring them. All right, what you're leaving behind is the Ten of Swords. A lot of betrayal, a lot of communication that's not helpful. It feels like betrayal. It feels like truths, half-truths, withholding of communication. This is someone who knows what to say to get you to behave the way they want you to behave. This is about your behavior. This is someone who's controlling the way you move, the way you think. You're not, it feels like you're leaving behind having someone dictate how they're perceiving you and projecting that onto you. And that is who you are. How they perceive you. You're leaving that behind. What else is the viewer leaving behind? You're leaving behind someone who just won't work with you because they somehow have put themselves up on a pedestal, or you have, and they get to their judgment. How they perceive everyone is the only perception that matters. This person is... You can't work with this person. The only way you can work with this person is if you blind allegiance. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I live for you. This person, but then when you give this person exactly what they want and become exactly what they've asked for, they don't like you. Because you don't respect yourself, and so they don't respect you. What's interesting is this energy is demanding, just insists on controlling others and how they move and how they're being perceived and how they perceive them. But when you acquiesce and become that, they don't like you either. It doesn't bring them happiness. Their actions are not bringing them fulfillment. You becoming the person they're demanding you become does not bring you fulfillment, does not bring them fulfillment. It just makes you feel alone, like you're by yourself. There's nothing to work with here. Ooh. This person, you're also leaving behind, this person has friends and family, maybe even work friends, that they have done a smear campaign. They have told this person's really pretty good at manipulation of painting a believable picture. It feels like they know how to, like, victim, like, oh, I must be a really bad person for them to lie about me and say these things about, like, they know just how to manipulate people in their environment. And so they've got, it feels like the people at work that work with this person are kind of in that same trapped energy. Feels like to be employed by or this person that you have to kiss a lot of ass to. It feels like if you just tell this person what you want to hear, then they'll give you raises. They are so fragile in their ego. Boy. And family, it's interesting. This person might be the golden child of the family, or somehow people in their family haven't really experienced how deceptive this person can really be. They're very insulated. It feels like they've got their environment like dialed in. Everyone needs to behave or they're exiled in some way. And so you're leaving that behind. It feels like you're leaving behind environments that were not for you, that where people had been convinced of something about you. Yeah, it feels like you're just leaving environments where you're not appreciated, you're not loved, you're not celebrated. They don't care about you, because it feels like whoever this is that you've been in a connection with, they've kind of poisoned the whole environment. All right, how to get the most of this energy is the Empress in reverse. Lack of nurturing, lack of abundance, lack of fertility. Yeah, it looks like staying in that environment with the person who can't perceive you, doesn't care about you, doesn't love you. They've devolved into a caricature. They're only concerned with their ego and how others perceive them. They feel kind of like empty beyond that, because they need everyone to validate them. They haven't really gone within. So you can't create. You can't create in this environment because there's no justice in this environment. There's no truth. It looks like you're ending that cycle. So you can, and taking conscious control of that wheel of your destiny and relocating energetically, relocating somewhere where things are working for you, where you can take control of your life. Because as I'm perceiving it in this environment, if this is resonating, there's no one there for you. You're in a space, you're in a pattern set by this very controlling person. So anything you try to grow in that environment does not grow. Wow. All right, that's your reading. I'm going to do an extended reading, just continue with this. And if you want to join me over in Patreon, you can follow the link below. And I'll look at what's supporting you, what to be mindful of, health, relationships, creativity, new opportunities, career, and finance. So we're less than halfway through this reading. If this has resonated, then I'll see you over on Patreon. If not, have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.